chickpea burgers. To a pan, add in 1 teaspoon of olive oil, add in 5 cloves of garlic, saute them, add in 2 onions and saute them until translucent. Now get 4 cups of cooked chickpeas and mash them. Add in the onion and garlic mixture. Add half a cup of cheddar cheese, half a cup of coriander, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and mix it well. Get a plate and now form this into patties. Now refrigerate for 1 to 2 hours. To another pan, add in 3 cloves of garlic and saute that well. Add in 4 tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of sugar, half teaspoon of basil, and mix it well. Now let the sauce cook for 45 minutes. To another pan, add in some butter, add in the burger buns, and cook them until crisp. Now cook the patties and add the cheese on top. Now let's assemble. Get the lettuce, the tomatoes, some onions, our patties, and cover. Now top it with our lovely sauce and serve. Just a super delicious treat. Flavourful's vegetarian quinoa salad. Get 150 grams of cottage cheese. Add in half a teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of Indian chaat masala, and mix it well. Refrigerate it for 1 to 2 hours. Get a plate of chickpeas and remove the skin from each chickpea. Then bake it for 45 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Get a bowl, add in half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, half teaspoon of sugar, and add that to 1 Florida broccoli. Add in 1 teaspoon of garlic and a bit of balsamic vinegar. Bake it for 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. In another bowl, add in half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, give it a good mix, and add that to 1 bell pepper. Add in half a teaspoon of olive oil and bake it for 10 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. In another bowl, add in half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of pepper, give it a good mix, and add that to 2 carrots, and 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, 1 teaspoon of garlic, and bake it for 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Chop 1 stalk of celery, and add 1.5 cups of quinoa to a small pot. Toast it for a minute, and add in 3 cups of water. Mix that until cooked. In another bowl, add in half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of Indian chaat masala. Mix it well, and keep it on the side. In a non-stick pan, add in 1 teaspoon of oil and cook the cottage cheese. After the chickpeas are baked, add in the seasonings and keep it on the side. Now let's assemble. Get a plate of quinoa, add in the broccoli, the cottage cheese, the celery, the carrots, the bell peppers, some fresh spinach, and mix it well. Add in some lemon and top it off with our lovely chickpeas. Enjoy! Flavourful's masala tofu. To a bowl, add in 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger, half a lemon's worth of juice, half a teaspoon of salt, pepper, paprika, garam masala, and chaat masala. Combine it well, and add in 400 grams of tofu. Mix it all together and marinate for 1 hour. After marination, add all the tofu onto skewers and bake it for 15 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius. Add a teaspoon of oil to non-stick pan, add in 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 onion, and saute it. Now add half a teaspoon of paprika, salt, pepper, garam masala, turmeric, chaat masala, and mix it all well. Add in 3 tomatoes and add in 300 ml of water. Now let it simmer and add in 1 cup of heavy cream. Mix it well and finally add in the tofu and serve. Flavourful's vegetarian couscous. Get a plate of 100 grams of cottage cheese, add in half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of paprika, and half a teaspoon of chopped masala. Give that a good mix and refrigerate it for 1 to 2 hours. Get a plate of chickpeas and remove the skin from each chickpea. Now bake it for 47 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Get a bowl and add half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika, and give it a good mix and keep it on the side. Now get 2.5 cups of couscous and half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and add in 3 3/4 cups of boiling water. Give it a good stir and cover it with cling film. Now get 3 medium-sized carrots, get a bowl, add in half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 clove of garlic, and give that a good stir. Add that to the carrots, add in a splash of balsamic vinegar, and bake it for 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Chop 2 stalks of celery and keep it on the side. By now your couscous should be done. On a non-stick pan, add in a teaspoon of oil, add in the cottage cheese, and cook it. Add the spice mix to the chickpeas and give it a good mix. Now all our components are ready. To the couscous, add in the carrots, add in some celery, add in some bell peppers, add in our cottage cheese, add in our chickpeas, add in some fresh spinach, some fresh dill, some fresh coriander, and give it a good mix. Add in a bit of lemon juice, and isn't that delicious?